some people are saying that, and I want to get your reaction to this, that the president hasn't made it any easier for your campaign organization, especially with the security and economic situation in the country. How would you react to that?
Well, as time goes on, we are going to start explaining to Nigerians the real situation. Sometimes, of course, we know we are approaching campaign season. So every single thing, some negative spins are put to every single incident. We have challenges, no doubt. And I can tell you, let me tell you first of all, that all over the world, all sitting governments are struggling to explain to their citizens the real thing that is going on, or the real situation of global, outlook, of macroeconomic global outlook of major countries of the world. All over the world, the opposition in every country is also having a field day. Because once you have negative, economic digits all over the place, or indications all over the place, or indices all over the place, the opposition goes to town, and they don't tell you. I want you to always look at it thoroughly. That they don't always tell you the solution to some of these problems. They don't tell you what they would have done differently. They don't tell you what we got wrong in terms of the policies we adopted to tackle some of these challenges. They only repeat, in a megaphone type of way, oh, the woes of the country, the woes of the country. I am sure the PDP and the other parties are somewhere rehearsing those woes now. That is what they are going to use as their campaign templates, and we'll be ready for them. For us, it's not about repeating and, just reciting the woes of the country. Country has collapsed. Country has this. Prices have gone up. No, we sit them down. We are going to put Nigeria on a complete spreadsheet of total global macroeconomic outlook. And we are going to say where Nigeria is within that global outlook. We know, of course, that for the ordinary Nigerians, it's difficult for them to understand that, because what they understand is that they go to the markets, they see that prices have risen in the markets, and all of that. That is what the ordinary man understands. However, it is also our duty as government to explain to them. I will sit down my grandmother in the village. I will sit down the old woman in the village and say, look, Mama, I understand they'll say price of tomatoes don't go up. Price of rice don't go up. But make I explain, say, even that price what you see now, so, if you don't bad pass so, but this government don't try, say, because of the things where they happen for everywhere for the world, for Bodo Yibo and everywhere for the world, this thing for don't bad pass so. But now government, I don't fight, say, make they even press the price down, make it be like this. Not only in Nigeria, they suffer this problem, but everywhere, this problem they. We will try and explain to them.
Mr. Keyamo, I see why your party picked you as a spokesman of the council. But let me ask you, when you say that this is, you can explain, you're going to have a spreadsheet. It's one thing to say this is where we are on a spreadsheet, but you cannot explain a lived experience on a spreadsheet. And I'm talking about insecurity. How do you say to people, this is not what you think, we're working hard, we're doing something, because they really cannot see the results. And insecurity perhaps is also, if not the number one issue, but at least number two issue for a lot of people in the country today, especially when they feel like nothing is being done in that regard.
Some others have seen the results. So it is not true to say that they are not seeing the results. Some others have not seen the results. Some have seen the results. For example, those in the Northeast have seen the results. Most of them in the North Central and maybe in the North West, they had serious problem with the herders, farmers crisis, that people were killed, their farms were invaded and all of that. They have seen the results. It may not have come down to 0%, the crisis, but it has reduced significantly because of government's efforts. What government has done is that they have gone into careful planning and found long-term solutions to these problems that we inherited. And for over the years, governments before us never found long-term solutions to these problems. They could never solve them. But what we did was that we have tried to find long-term solutions to these problems. And I'm sure you know of the National Livestock Transportation Plan that is taking care of the herders crisis, and of course, the calm we have in the Northeast now. But there's banditry in the Northwest, I admit. There are problems of kidnappings around some parts of the country, I admit. We have some capacity to resolve the ones we met on the ground. And so citizens should be able to be confident and to have confidence in government that these ones that have reared their ugly heads, they will also be tackled, and tackled decisively.
But let me quickly jump in here.
Will it be over before we leave government? It is a work in progress. And let me tell you something about Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. He has an uncanny ability of improving everything he sees on the ground. I saw some misleading headlines this morning, and I laughed. You know, especially online, those ones that are, you know, anti-government and anti-APC. Some of them said, oh, Asiwaju is going to run Nigeria in exactly the same template as Buhari. Nobody said so. We said there's one philosophy behind the APC government, which is progressivism. So it is one philosophy. But Asiwaju may have to, you know, tweak his own approach to some of these problems. So security problems and all of that.
All right.